YouTube watchers, and I guess Magic the Gathering fans, anyone that's watching my channel. I wanted to do a quick video on hurricane preparedness since we're about to be hit by Category 4, almost Category 5, Hurricane Ian. I wanted to kind of give you guys an example. If you're new to Florida, we've got a lot of Florida noobs right now. They're like freaking out because they've never been through a hurricane, but this is just an example of some stuff you really should have when you're getting hit by a really strong storm like this. Bottled water. You know what drives me nuts is I see people go to the store and they literally just ransack the bottled water like it's the end of the world, like the apocalypse is going to happen tomorrow. Really, all you got to do is just save your water bottles, guys, from like milk or iced tea like this one. And when the hurricane comes, take a filter, like if you have one of those filter jugs or something, or maybe your fridge has a filter in it, just fill the bottles you already have and you'll have water. I mean, it's really that simple. You don't have to fight people at the Walmart or Target for water. You can just fill bottles full of water like this, just keep them laying around in a closet somewhere and you're good to go. Another good thing to have is these type of lights are very, very bright. I'll give you an example of how bright these are. They do really good. These little work lights, as a flashlight, you can just carry it around and see really a lot of stuff with this. This guy right here is for charging not only car batteries, but you can plug your phone into it. You can kind of see there's USB ports there for phones and stuff, or you can use the plug part of it if your phone doesn't have a USB like that. Has a lot of cool features, a little light built into it. These things are really useful. Well, if you need to jump your car, I guess, if your battery goes dead, at least you have that too. Also just regular candles. Now, a lot of people, when you go to the store around a hurricane, the candles are going to get wiped out a lot of times. But what's funny is they don't go to the religious section, and it's almost easy to find these candles with Jesus on it, or these, like, they might have like a saint or something. These are usually for the Catholic Church, or like, different, I guess really if someone has a Catholic altar or something, they stick it on there. But these candles actually last a long time. You can go, I think, almost like a day on one of these things, and it does pretty good. It's not anything crazy, but it gives you a little bit of light. If you have a few, you start lighting them all up, it does pretty good. Our friend duct tape, you gotta have duct tape. It's the universal adhesive. It basically puts everything together, I guess. If you have a problem, if your windows bust out, you're going to want to have a tarp. We do have tarps. Just in case the windows bust out, I can go ahead and put the Gorilla Tape and tape over the window with a tarp and all that good stuff. More candles, even these like Yankee candles and things. They smell good, so at least if you're in a storm with no electric, it's good to have that type of thing. Solar power chargers for cell phones is really good. This particular model, nothing too great about it, but it does hold at least enough charges to hold, I think, charge my phone at least like 5 times, maybe in like 10 times. And it's solar powered, so after the storm, when your electric is down, you can just stick it outside and recharge it. It takes a while to recharge on solar, but at least it's something, and it's better than nothing. WD-40, every once in a while you might have a problem with something that's rusty and you need to take care of that. Just as a general utility tool, it has its uses, I suppose. These are lighters for this is a camp stove. These type of camp stoves run on propane, which you can get these little jars of propane for them. Just a safety tip, guys, don't run this type of stove in your house. It obviously tells you on there that it can emit carbon monoxide and can really seriously, that stuff builds up in your house. You can pass out and honestly die if you have too much carbon monoxide in a small space. Little game, like this is old retro consoles and stuff, little retro handhelds. I've got some more modern stuff. I'll go probably bring that down here pretty soon. Our electric's been flickering in and out. But these little handhelds are really good to just play, when you're bored, you can play a video game, or like Cards Against Humanity, for example, is a good game if you have friends or you live with roommates. But during a hurricane, you always want to make sure you have that kind of stuff. Batteries too, you're always going to want to have plenty of these kind of batteries, plus whatever your electronics that use batteries take, like these little flashlights and things and whatever. Really good to have batteries for that stuff. These type of work lights that have a rechargeable battery that you can hook up to them. I do have a rechargeable battery that can go on this, so Yeah, that's really helpful for, keeping, lighting up your whole house even with something like that. Really super cool. These speakers, these rechargeable, or this is a rechargeable sort of ion speaker that I use for parties, but it has a built-in radio. So if you have no electric, this speaker can last easily at least a couple days on a charge. And if you just need updates on, like, if your electric's going to get put on, or if there's an emergency somewhere, or, certain important information you can get just by using this as a radio. And some of these allow you to even recharge your phone right off of the thing's battery that's built in. So really useful to have like one of these sort of Bluetooth party speakers or karaoke speakers, whatever. It's good to have obviously a cooler. The coolers are, well, what I'll say to you during a hurricane is that when you lose your electric, you lose your fridge. So the best advice I can give is bottles of water. Like, I have a bunch of bottles of water right now in all the fridges in the house, that are currently, those bottles are frozen. So if the fridge goes down, at least the food will stay cold for maybe a day, maybe if you're lucky, a day and a half, maybe two. But at least when the water actually thaws out completely, you'll have drinkable water. But you're using the filled bottles as an ice block. Like in the ancient days, in the before times, before there was, these kind of fridges, there used to be a guy called the Iceman that would come around and bring an ice block to people. If you watch some old cartoons on YouTube, or even like TV shows and stuff, I don't know if it's TV shows, but like movies where they have a guy with an ice block come by, and they would bring the ice block. It's the same idea, it melts, but at least it stays in there for a while. If you have a frozen gallon of water or something, it's good to have little bottles and things for drinking or whatever. This is a chainsaw. Now in Florida, all I'm going to say is after a storm, you're going to have a lot of downed trees, a lot of big branches that have come down. It may block the road, or it may fall on your car, all kinds of crazy stuff. So you definitely want to have a chainsaw. This one's nothing special or expensive. I think I paid like maybe $90 for that one. It runs on, again, rechargeable batteries. Gas ones of these are hard to maintain. So they usually can get, issues where they don't work because they're clogged and all that stuff. I like the electric because it just doesn't get clogged. You plug it in. As long as the battery works, you're good. Always make sure you have an extra battery just in case, okay? Because you might need that extra battery. But yeah, so I think we're in good shape here. We got all our gear put together. I have some other stuff that's not in this video. I want to say I have got like tarps, different things just in case, and lots of food. You also want to make sure you have lots of canned goods, because again, if you don't have a fridge, your stuff's going to spoil anyway. So last couple of days I've been eating down all the frozen food in the freezer, and then I go to the fridge and start whittling it down there. All that shit you don't ever eat that sits in the back of your fridge, you better eat it, because it's just going to go bad anyway. So just throwing that out there for you. But anyway, guys, this was a little video on hurricane preparedness. I think we're prepared. We've already had our electric kind of flicker in and out. It looks like the storm is about 75 miles away from us right now. The eye wall has started to cross onto land, I think, on one of the barrier islands, about 75 miles south of here. And the actual center of the storm hasn't actually made landfall yet, but it is really close. This is a super big storm. The eye is like 40 miles across. They said it's like 3 times the size of Charlie. It's crazy. But hey, if you live in Florida, and you're a noob and have never dealt with a hurricane, it's probably good to know about all this stuff, and just the general stuff. This right here, this gas stove, is probably your lifesaver, because you're not going to be able to go to a restaurant. You can't go to McDonald's if they don't have any power. Their ice cream machine never works anyway, so you're not going to get a McFlurry regardless if there's power or not. But what I'm saying is you're going to have to, not be able to get fast food for a while. So having one of these little gas stoves is really useful if you don't already have a grill. We do have a little charcoal grill, so I got charcoal for that, and I've got the lighter fluid just in case. It's kind of like camping. Honestly, a hurricane in Florida is kind of like camping. you're either going to camp for a day or it's going to be a week. It just depends on when they get the electric back on. So I was hoping that you guys could benefit from a video like this, and stay safe out there if you're in Florida. If you're in the places south of me, I think like Northport, Venice, Sarasota, guys, make sure you are, I don't even know if you're even watching my videos, but hey, if you're there, just make sure you're hunkering down and got all your stuff ready, and don't do crazy stuff. Just wait for the storm to go by, and then, go ahead and see what you can come up with after that, But thank you guys for watching my videos. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Drop me some comments about hurricanes and stuff. What do you think? Have you ever been in a hurricane? Do you live in Florida, or do you live somewhere else on the Gulf Coast that may have been affected? I'd like to hear your story, to talk about kind of how it went for you. And, certainly it's important that we all watch out for each other, our families, our loved ones, all that good stuff. And by all means, I will be making more of these videos as the storm progresses and keeping an eye out on things. If something really crazy happens, I'll take a video of it. Might go YouTube viral, you never know, right? All right, well, I will see you soon, and stay safe out there, guys. Bye-bye.